What's up? This is Boxing Wave. I just wanted to give like a brief update on the Adrian Broner Marcos Maidana fight. I did a prediction video, which is in the description for this video, a couple months ago, and a lot has happened since then. I wanted to address some of the comments that was made in that video towards me and some of the news and just overall how I feel about the fight. I still feel that Adrian Broner is going to win by knockout or TKO around the 8th round. And you know, I said something in the last video addressing Adrian Broner as far as his, I said something in the lines of Adrian Broner is like one of those fighters you get every decade or so. All right. And then I talked more about his personality, and then I compared him to Floyd Mayweather. Now, when I said that, I meant his personality. You know, he is the showboater, the trash talking, the antics. You know, he's like a younger Floyd in that sense, but he's a little bit more extreme. All right. Floyd, he knows how to market himself. But after the fight is over, everything's all said and done, he keeps it classy. He always does it over and over again. You could tell he just knows how to market himself. I think Adrian Broner takes it to the next level. And this is why a lot of people don't like him. That's what I'm saying. I didn't mean in his boxing skills, okay? I think Adrian Broner is good, but I don't think he's that good. I don't think he's a Floyd Mayweather. I don't think he's nearly as good as Floyd as he is now, or even when he was young. So that's what I meant when I said that. All right, as far as the fight, you know, the sex tape came out that he put out, and you know, the sex tape, him being overweight, a lot of people have said that Adrian Broner is not focused for this fight. A lot of people jumped ship and said, I don't know, Marcos Maidana might really knock him out because Broner's out here having unprotected sex with prostitutes and all of that. I've seen all of this stuff now. How I feel about that, you know, these fighters do a lot of things when they're off, when they're not preparing for a fight, when they're not training. Adrian Broner, he actually, you know, obviously he likes to party, he likes to rap, he loves women. He does a lot of things that a lot of other athletes do, okay? Celebrities in general, all right? Women, the drinking, the money, the cars. He lives that fast life. A lot of these guys do it. You think he's the only one that's having unprotected sex? If you think that, he's crazy. Yes, he's put his career and his health on the line, having unprotected sex with whoever, you know, randoms or whatever. I understand that, but a lot of these guys do it. All right, a lot of these guys do it. But when it's time to train and get prepared for a fight, they go into a different mode. All right, I think there was a video that came out where Adrian Broner was saying, look, I'm already at 146, and this was like 6 weeks ago. He's like, I'm already in shape for this fight. Don't get it twisted. This guy is a professional. He is getting trained for this fight. He is prepared for this fight, no matter what he is doing or what you see him doing on TV in a strip club. That's what all these guys do it. All right. Another thing is with Marcos Maidana, I like Marcos Maidana. I'm actually a fan of Marcos Maidana, but you know, I like Broner as a fighter, but I'm not much of a fan of him. But actually, I am a fan of Marcos Maidana, but I don't think he's gonna win this fight. But I've seen people saying, oh, Marcos Maidana is gonna annihilate him because he has all this power, and because Adrian Broner have been talking all this trash and disrespecting him, and Adrian Broner is not prepared to fight. You know what? Marcos Maidana is also a professional, okay? He is hungry every time he steps, at least for the most of the part. He's hungry. Most of the time he is hungry when he gets in the ring, all right? He wants to win. He trains hard for every fight. This is the reason why these guys are big names, professionals. They train for every fight. Do you really think Marcos Maidana is going to train more for this fight than he ever has? He's already established his name. I'm sure back then he was even more hungrier than he is right now. Okay? I could be wrong, but why do people continue to say something happens, oh, this guy's going to train harder for this fight. No, he trains hard for every fight. He's a professional. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Marcos Maidana's got more of a chance of winning now because Adrian Broner said some stuff about him. Like, unless Marcos Maidana turns into a Super Saiyan in the middle of the fight, I don't see him being any tougher than he was. You know, now if he wins and knocks Adrian Broner out, there's one thing we haven't seen is Adrian Broner get hit by a really hard puncher. If he knocks Adrian Broner out, it's because he's the better fighter. That's it. If he knocks him out, that's it. No excuses. I'm wrong. All the people that think Broner's gonna win is wrong. It is what it is. Broner was overhyped, or Broner just can't beat Marcos Maidana. That's it. It's not because, oh, Adrian Broner was out here having unprotected sex with 2 women. No. Every boxer probably has tried that. Marcos Maidana probably did the same thing at one point. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just tired of people making all of the excuses. Let the 2 fighters fight. They train before the fight, and they go in there and give it all that they have. If somebody loses, stop making all the excuses. Same thing with Canelo and Floyd. People were going crazy over Canelo losing to Floyd. I've heard people say Canelo was drunk, Canelo got paid to lose, Canelo was weight drained and all of this crazy stuff. No, you go in there, you decide on a contract what weight, how much you want to fight for. You go in there, you lose the fight. No excuses. Stop with all of the excuses, all right? If your favorite fighter loses, or the guy that you hate wins, stop making all the excuses. They lost a fight. People lose fights. It is what it is, okay? The better fighter wins, for the most part. Sometimes there's robberies and the judges pick the guy that really didn't win the fight or whatever, and sometimes they get suspended for it. You know, sometimes they don't. But stop making all these excuses, all right? And I just wanted to say that if you want, you could go back and watch my earlier prediction video. I kind of did it when I was just starting this whole video prediction thing out. But I still think Adrian Broner is going to win the fight. But I think it's going to be a really good, entertaining fight up until, you know, the fight is over, all right? So leave comments, as usual. Leave comments on who you think is going to win the fight, why you think they're going to win the fight, and do you really believe that Adrian Broner and him, you know, and the sex tapes and him being overweight when he's not training for the fight, do you really think that stuff matters? All right, let me know who you think is going to win the fight. If you want, follow me on Twitter, ask me on Twitter. My Twitter @name is in the description of the video as well, and subscribe to the channel.